I'm Verena Mei, and the racing. So today, well, I know you've probably looked at the title and said, "Okay, wait a minute, what is she gonna do?" Well, today I'm going to be racing in random servers, multiplayer servers. I am is a substitute for racing real people, which is what I'm practicing for the More Female Racers Championship at Monza. So I guess we'll see what happens, right? All right, there we go. It is beautiful. I made this livery for our team. So we're going to go ahead and confirm here, and I'm going to back out to the menu and go into the multiplayer servers and see what we can do. Let's see. I'm specifically looking for Monza because that's what I want to practice. Let me see. See, we already have this one. There's that one here. They're already in qualifying. So let's just type in Monza and see what happens. Monza. Session with AI because I wanted to warm up, but also maybe I could boost my safety rating, but I went down by one. Monza. Thanks for joining in on the chat and thanks for hanging out with me today. All right, here we go. Let's see, Smash Racing. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. I mean, I'm really looking for a good, clean race on an open server. I know it may be asking a lot, but I've been in some really great races. Maybe not noob friendly. I don't know. Okay, that one's locked. Um, there's only 1 out of 29 here. Let's see. So, yeah, when you're out of the sim racing seat for a while, you kind of get antsy, right? Just like being out of a race car for a while. Let's see, safety rating. I mean, there's not many choices. There's this one here. 15 minutes of qualifying. I can do that. 28 out of 29 drivers. Haston Racing. I mean, it looks like it's open. Race is 30 minutes. Or there's this one. ACC Belgium. Noob Fan. Or this one. Huh. Why don't we start with this one? I don't know. Well, hold on. Let's just go to connect, see what happens. No, I can't join. Okay, so that's not going to work. How about... Do I need a password? Can I connect? It's letting me in, so hey. Let's do it. Oh, no, here we go. It looks like... Oh, qualifying. There's like 16 minutes of qualifying. The race is at 12. Right now it's at 1 o'clock in game. It's 23 and 31, so let's see. Do I? Oh my gosh. I don't know why this is happening. 1 second. Hold on there. Do not go anywhere. Let's see what I can do. I will be right back. Hold on, folks. We are trying. Hold on, folks. Folks, sorry about that. Had to just shut down some things on my computer, and also I changed the settings on the game. So it was at epic and I put it on high. So hopefully that will be better for you. Sorry about that. I appreciate you just hanging out. So I backed out of the server. I found this ACC Belgium fam, GT3 Monza server. Okay, so I have 10 minutes of qualifying. This will be interesting. Let's see. I really want to just, how about this one? Oh, it's fast. To be honest, I'm more concerned about just finding a setup that works for the race. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this qualifying session as practice, but kind of. I just need to get those tire temps down. So we will see. All right, here we go. I have 60. Hold on. Ah, it's okay. This is just how I'm gonna do it. 60 liters of fuel. Hello, JDP. How's it going? All right. Usually I have more time, you know, I have practice, I have qualifying. If I choose, kind of going to go into it. And I hope I'm not going to. Oh, not good. Hold on. Just let these people go, because I'm not ruining their qualifying laps. I'm just going to go right here. Durr. Just let that one person go. Alright, here we go. Okay. Come on, tire pressures. Let's do it. Let's see what they get up to. Alright folks, so keep in mind that was my outlap. And I'm just trying to find kind of a okay, let's do it. So I took my lap times off, so you can't see my delta, but if you actually look at my dash, you can see everything. Oops. Lost but a lot of time there, but hey. There's somebody coming out of the pit. Okay. So I kind of wanted to see where I'm gonna stop talking. There we go. Oh. Car right behind me. Slow car ahead. Oh, I have to brake for this car.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Ahead? Really?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oops, sorry. My fault. I feel so bad.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I should have fractionally. Okay. Whoa. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna ruin this person's lap. Arrgh. Okay. So let's go back to the pit. I'll find 1 minute 48. What's up, 3 leeches? Here we go. We're going to go ahead and look at the setup. Actually, I'm gonna put this one up 1. We're going to put this one up 1. We'll just give that a couple of clicks. See what happens. Maybe 1 more. I think that's good. No, we just give this 1 more. That's good. I think that's good. We're gonna load and save this. We're just gonna say, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do 23:29. 23:29 and save. Okay, let's look at this setup. Because we have 7 front brakes, 1. We're definitely not going to do 60 liters. Let's just say it's a 30-minute race, which I have no idea. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Okay, so my time was like 150. So let's see, 1:0D time. Just calculating things. Let's see. I90 equals, I'm gonna do, is it a 30-minute race? 18-minute race? Oh, okay. 40 liters? I'm glad I did not put enough fuel for a 30-minute race. There we go. All right. That's right, big brain calculator. That's right, that's where I need my husband. He does all the math in his head. Oh, and then sometimes I run out of gas because I don't take, a partial formation lap. Who knows? So There we go. Guessing a little bit. What's up, Todd Stimson? Okay, we're going to get into this setup. 24:31. So the track is a bit hotter. Maybe I'm just gonna take it down a click. I don't know how many tires we can use here, but let's go take a look. 40 liters. All right. So here's the thing. I'm in this random lobby at a Monza. I qualified using 60 liters of fuel because I was like, oh, we'll see what happens, I guess. I'm not looking forward to turn 1, but here we go. This is what it's all about. I just really want to keep my safety rating, to be honest, and have some gain experience. 11 laps of fuel. Thank you so much, Max. See? I got 12, just in case. I mean, I'd rather have more than just run out, because I think a couple days ago I ran out of gas.
Stay.
Here goes nothing, folks. It's turn 1. I just have to brake early, trying to stay out of trouble. Not like too early, but I just don't want to. It's just so hard to know to a very tight chicane. Okay. Oh, here we go. It's straight in it. So everyone's got. Yeah. Okay. So I was kind of lifting off. I honestly just did not want to be in all of this.
Car on the right. 3 wide.
Yeah.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Okay. Well. What? I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later what threw me off at the start. Okay. Hi. I forgot.
Yellow flag. Watch out in front.
I mean, what was I supposed to do? That pile up in front of me.
Car on the right.
I'm not sure
Clear
what's
on the right.
happening here. I do have some light damage. More damage? I don't know. It definitely feels a bit. Yikes. So my tire. There we go. That's what was supposed to happen in the last lap, and said I'm off-road line.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Squeezing on the inside. Alright. They were definitely,
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
whoa. So this is definitely an experience. That felt good going through that chicane. Oops. To open up my wheel a little bit more. On exit. Yikes. Oops. See, that felt good.
Well done, mate. Personal best. The car is exiting the pits, watch out.
Okay. Oh, that was it. Turn 1 down. Ooh. On that corner. Lost it all. Needed to brake a bit earlier. Thanks. It's weird, why did that green bar just show up on the top left? How about second? Second feels better. Like I can get the gas pedal down quicker. I'm not gonna just fly out into the wall. Alright. So that's weird. I mean, it's not weird, but it didn't feel like a faster lap, but I think it was on turn 1. Jeez. You know, I get impatient between the right turn and the left turn in the chicane, and then I put the gas down in between the turns, but I know that slows me down. It's just finding the right moment. There we go. Gregor's like, what are you doing, Verena? Alright. See what Gregor has to say about all of this. Ooh. So I had a coaching session with Gregor in the GT4s, but have not had one in the GT3s at Monza for the GT4s, along with looking at the Coach Dave Academy videos. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Flat. Let's shift.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
Okay. Whoa. I was looking at the map. Oh.
Got some light.
Hey, got it. Got it. Slight damage. 4 minutes.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 3.
Okay. Somehow I got up to 5th of the race. I just have to focus on my line and hopefully too much. Just carry some speed into the corners. Just finding the right speed, the right time to put some power down. But definitely drivable. Yes, flat. Out of that. Okay, just over 2.5 minutes, folks. I broke a little earlier.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh, yikes. Yikes! Got it! Okay, the countdown begins, folks.
Right, man, leader is on the final lap. Give it.
Yes. Okay.
Well done, man. This has been your most
Bringing it home, folks. Oh. Thought I was running out of fuel. Yikes. Got the curb. Getting better. Ah, no. No, 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 no. It was definitely a track cut, but it doesn't look like I'll get penalized for it. Just bringing it home.
The leader has finished the race.
Oops. gonna pull over here. Fourth? Wait a minute. What just happened? Wait. Oh, because people hopped out. Actually, let's go to the replay. Let's just look at the replay. I'm gonna save it just for fun. What happened in lap 1? That was crazy. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm trying to get a car that was blocking the road. Yes. Yes, Gregor, are you there? I would love to do a spontaneous. That would be even better than this nonsense. That's right. Ah, lots of dropped frames. I'm so sorry. Is it we're gonna go ahead and quit this. Let me see. Let me see, folks. Hold on. Hello?
Hello. In public lobbies, and I was like, come on, you have like 1 hour free or so. Let's do a coaching, and you can use this time like more effective than driving in public lobbies, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. All right. So,
You just go on the more female racer server, on the training server, on the solo one.
okay.
So where is this?
Solo. I'll just
Green light, go, go, go.
change the title.
Okay. So looks good.
Okay. All right.
Twitch. ACC.
1 second. Hold on, folks, everybody who is watching. We are
Yeah,
quickly.
this is quite spontaneous, guys. It's just like, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I was wondering when we were gonna have this session, and I know it's during the holidays, so,
Mm?
but this is really a really good time.
Yeah, true. That is true. Looks good.
Okay.
A spontaneous evening coaching session with Verena Mei. It's 9 p.m. my time, and I think it's like literally like midday or so in the USA where you live. So
That's
quite
right.
spontaneous everything. Yeah. So for starters, but actually let's do it like in the other sessions. I will go into the gallery and just look where my replay is of the Monza hot lap, and then I will talk you through the lap. If you
Okay.
have any questions, you can ask them. And afterwards, I will just join on the server. You will drive like 2-3 laps, and then we will analyze the replay and see where you can improve.
Sounds good.
Yes.
And this is the solo server, right?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
I have literally like 1,000 replays because I never deleted them. But it's quite useful and handy because not here. I need to scroll down. Tolda, Suzuka, Paul Ricard, Nürburgring, Misano, Monza. There you are. Found it. Perfect. Thanks for the follow, Mr. Cole Kirby. Interesting. Okay, so here we are. I share my screen.
Okay. Oops.
Let me
Hold on.
quickly figure that out. How should I do that?
Okay. Oops. Here I am. Let me know because I'm just on the track.
Yeah. Guessing. See.
So
Okay,
now I'm
and
just gonna look
yeah.
at chat and drive.
Let me quickly share my screen.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm not sure why ACC is not in full screen, but that will actually help me to draw. So. Okay.
Oops. Hold on.
Do you see my screen? Yeah, just I just wait till it works. So.
And he's gonna break down his lap for us.
Yep, exactly.
There we go. All right, you are
Awesome.
live.
Okay. I think it's the last lap which was the fastest one. Should be. Yeah, let's just hop on board. Let's go into which perspective would be the. I think this is the best. Okay, let's jump to the end of the lap. So if we start already here, like that is only like mainly for qualifying, which could be useful for you if you just stay like a little bit longer to the left side. You will be able to open up your steering earlier, and you lose basically time over the lap, but because it's like the out lap, you will gain like a little bit of speed on the straight.
Okay.
So that's like a small trick for qualifying to get like the last hundreds of thousands. Okay, so here we are, starting the lap. Not sure why I'm going there to the mid, because we're normally taking reference point, like almost like with the GT4 car, we are using of our field of view. But this, of course, depends like on your settings. So on my screen, it's basically when I'm almost. The most important thing to take here out is that the 150 board marker is where we want to brake. Then you will see if you focus here on my. Let me take another color. Yellow looks a little bit not so clear because the ref line is also in yellow. Let's take this color. So if we focus on the inputs here, and I will play it down in slow motion, basically, just that you see. Like you see, we're braking, and we're staying really long to the left side. You see, like we're arriving almost at we're on the 50-meter marker. You see here, we are already not seeing it. It's here. That's where the 50-meter board is, and you still see we are still straight. And the reason for that is because we want just to maximize our braking potential in a straight line. We need to stay straight to have like every grip possible for braking. And because it's like such a slow corner, we can also like stay for such a long time straight with the car. So important here. We're staying as you see, where this Astro, which does like an additional space for the car here on the left side.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never even
where
noticed
just
that.
yeah, that's just before that we are arriving there, we start turning. Let's go back to this perspective. So there you see we start turning, we're second gear here. You see here where we can clip almost everything of this curb on.
Oops. Gregor? Are you there? I can't hear you. Uh-oh. Gregor, we lost audio. Let's see if we could go to his Twitch. There we go. Hold on, let me see if I can call him on Discord. Hold on. Not sure what's happening. Oh no. Hello? Gregor, are you? Let me see if I can call him again. So I'm gonna. Folks, sorry about that. Let's see if I could get some audio. Hold on. Let's see. What is happening here? Let me just call him one more time again. You folks can hear me, right, in the stream? Gregor. Oh no. I don't know what is happening. I need to hear this. I need to hear this. I actually want to see if I can hear it on his stream.
Will be like the racing line which you take if you overshoot the corner. So let's assume like, but what will happen is you will go much more deeper into the corner. So like that's for the first part. And then we steer a little to the left, a little to the right. Exactly. So now we continue drawing if you go too fast into the corner. So what happens is, you see the yellow line is much more to the left side of the track than the blue one, the optimal line in this case. So what happens here is you will apply a little bit of throttle, but you will see like, oh crap, the corner is already here. So what you need to do is like, because you're much more to the left, you have like a much tighter corner. So you're staying basically much for a longer time on the left side. So this compromises your complete exit, or from mid-turn onwards actually, because you will have to wait a longer period of time to be able to go on the throttle. And because this corner is tighter, you need to play even more steering lock, which forces you to decelerate the car with the optimal line, but your speed will be 10 or 15 kph down. So what we're trying to do here is like, it's rather more important to be slower. So you have to keep in mind for this first chicane, take everything on the inside curb at the apex which you can, but not the orange sausage curb. Don't go too fast into the corner, because this will mess up the left-hander in the chicane. Try to position your car in the middle to open up the steering. Wait a little bit till your steering is like almost open up, and then slam the throttle. Because another mistake which you can do is, you're having the correct line, but then you're just before the apex and you're already starting to push the throttle. So what happens if you push the throttle? You basically take the load a little bit from the front tires and put it more to the rear, which so the car forces you then to wait even longer to be able to play in more throttle. So what we try to do here, don't have to lift again, because we have enough room on the exit. So that's like the most important thing for the first. Or is it clear for you, Verena?
Gregor, can you hear me?
Verena,
Oh, there you go.
don't tell me I was muted the entire time.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Was I muted?
that we were braking on the front straight.
Oh my god, I was like talking and talking.
I know.
Oh my god.
I tried to.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Okay.
I will start from here again.
Okay.
So the blue line is the optimal line there. So what we're trying to do here is, like, I will take the purple one to on the entry leg. We are focusing here on taking the Italian curve basically, so where the Italian flag is painted,
Yes.
and we're not trying to take this orange curve because that's a sausage curve and it will just mess up your balance.
Okay.
So we're trying to take the majority of the of the curve at the apex with this painted color, but not the orange curve. Then the goal is to not overshoot and to go with too much speed into the corner. So we're trying to position the car after the first part of the chicane in the middle of the road, because then we will have enough, space to prepare ourselves for the second part of the chicane, and we won't have to apply so much steering lock as you would take with the yellow line, because with the yellow line is symbolizing like if you go too fast into the corner, and you will gain on the first part because you carry more speed in it, but then you'll be too much to the left side, and this forces you to decelerate even more, and then applying more steering lock, and then wait even more, and then more time passes, and you will just lose too much time because you need to wait very long to apply the throttle.
Okay.
Yeah, so we completed the first part of the chicane. What we are focusing now is like returning in, trying to not go on the throttle to the balance of the car shifts rearwards, because by applying throttle you put more load on the rears, so this means you get more to go on 100% full throttle. So what we're trying to do here is we're turning then in for the second part of the chicane, but we're waiting till we hit the apex, and when we hit the apex we go full on the throttle, because then we will have open almost like zero steering lock applied, and in this way like it doesn't matter if we go full throttle or not, because the car is straight and we don't need to turn it anymore. So to be able to do this you also need to take like a rather late apex for this second part of the chicane for the left-hander.
Okay.
And also here it's the same as with the curb at the first part of the chicane. You can take the painted curb like with the Italian flag, but
Okay.
not the sausage curb here on the inside, because it will bounce you off. Do you have questions for this part of the track, because it's basically like the first sector?
The last thing I heard was that initial part, like the extra
Yeah.
part, some of your audio from your stream that was coming in. So
Okay,
later
interesting. Yeah.
on, so that was
Yeah.
good. At least we could do that.
If I wouldn't be muted, you would know it already.
It's
So
okay. You know, I've
let's.
done that like
Yeah,
this
yeah, no
weekend,
worries.
so
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Happens.
yeah.
And we are waiting like a really long time till we start to brake. I mean, you see like here. Oops, that's too big. The 50 meters. If I can stop it like right there. Let me go a little bit forward. Here, you see the additional again. Not.
Nope, I hear
Verena,
you.
you can hear me, right?
I can, yes.
Okay, perfect. I was like a little bit worried. Did I press the wrong button again? So you see, like we are really straight. We are passing the 50-meter board, and we're still straight. We are not steering. But as we're like now seeing or starting to close the gap to the, let's take this one, to the Astro here, you see the green one here. We start to apply then a little bit of steering lock, as you will see here. Like here we don't see like the start of the Astro on the left side, so there we are starting to turn in. Just pointing a little bit at start the car into over the curb there, not over the orange one. Then a little bit on the throttle to get the car to the right side. Not too much, because then we would be too much to the left. Then we turn left. Then waiting, and then as the corner opens up and we are opening the steering wheel, we are also again on 100% throttle. And what is also important here is that we basically use the additional space there on the curb, as you see here,
Oh, yes.
on the exit to maximize our corner exit speed. Okay, so another one. Okay, perfect.
It's so hard to do. It's like you explain
that's
it
true.
like, oh, do this, but when you're in it, then
Right, but then to do it, like, that's the hard part of it, you know.
exactly.
So yeah, as we are approaching here the second chicane, what we're trying to do here is we're braking just before the orange marked barrier here. You
Okay.
see, that's like just before that we are starting to brake, as you will also see right now. So here I'm starting to brake, see, like just before we're crossing the orange marker there.
Oops.
And this corner is also a first gear corner. So yeah, we're braking again in a very straight line, because a chicane is not like a really fast corner and we need to slow down a lot. So that's why we're for such a long time on the brakes and full brakes. So first gear here, again, same story as with the first chicane. We're not trying to take this orange part of the curb. We're just trying to take here. That's maybe even not the problem. Take the first part of the white curb, because if you take the first part of the white curb, you will basically be forced to run over the sausage curb. So basically, just try to hit like the part of the Italian flag or painted Italian flag. And play. You will also see it's like the same story as the first chicane, but this one is the same approach here. I'm positioning my car in the middle of the road, so I'm not smashing the throttle completely on the exit of the first part of the chicane, because then I would be, or I'm not going too early on the throttle, because this would make me too much to the right side. So I'm applying as much throttle that I can be like in the middle of the road at the entry for the second part of the chicane.
Okay.
So if I draw like here a line, you see like I'm literally in the middle of the road. Then as like the weight transfer is, or when I go to the right, I'm turning the wheel to the right, and then what we are trying to do here is, again, we are aiming to hit the, it's a little bit too big, let's revert that. So that's approximately the part of the curb which we want to hit. So again, no orange curb for us there.
Yeah.
Only the painted curb with the Italian flag. And we can jump quickly to the exit, and I can show you again something there. So you see, like, same story as on the exit of the first chicane. We are having a additional space of curb on the exit, which we of course want to use if we want to extract everything from the lap time. This is like a high risk, high reward scenario. Every inch there of the track you will gain 1 or 2 tenths compared to if too much time. But here comes the point. If you're not confident with the car that you are not able, and if you go on the gravel, you will lose more time than if you stay on the tarmac. So my advice is here for starters, I would maybe try not to go too aggressive of the curb, and this way you will not lose any consistency, but you will just get even faster lap by lap. So if you're not confident enough to like get every time the line right and go on the limit of the curb on the exit, don't do it. Just start by being only on the tarmac, and then as you get comfortable with the track, go more and more on the curb, and you will see like it will be much easier than going from the start every time on the curb and then going on the gravel, and then you'll be a little bit sad because you lose so much time.
Okay.
So yeah, just like depending on your confidence level there on the exit, you can decide which line you take and how you can improve it. Do you have any questions for this part of the track?
No, I don't. You explained it very, very well. I like this chicane. You know, when you get it right, you feel how fast you can actually take it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. And then sometimes you just completely mess up, and then you think, "Oh my God, I'm so slow." It's
Exactly.
just, it's it's like a corner. It rewards you a lot if you take it right.
Mhm.
It's also a corner where many people struggle because if that was a little bit too much. Because the problem with here is you can gain so much time on the exit if you are early on the throttle,
Mhm.
and if you're just too late, you lose so much time. So it's like Lesmo. Our braking reference is again our orange marker, our little friend there, which you already see. So here you see on the right side here, the marker appears. And just before we are passing it, we want to brake. We start with the strong input, like we're going full on the brakes, I think. Let's see. Yeah, almost 100% lock there. But what we try here is we are not going on 100% lock for a long time, or even not touching it, because we 80% basically and trying to get a lot of speed. Downshift into second, coasting a little bit, and then really early on the power there. On the exit, we just go full on the throttle.
Okay.
I could even braking for the second Lesmo is here on the left side. You see the 50 marker board, and okay, I need to play a little bit longer the little replay just for tiny minutes. So here, we have the 50-meter board on the left side and a white marker board on the barrier there on the right. So it should be easier for you. I mean, the marker board is easier because like almost every time braking markers for right-hander are on the left side, so normally that's your reference points. But if a crash happens in this corner and the marker gets destroyed, you need a different reference point, which is like not dynamic. So what we're doing then is we are using the braking marker or the white marker board of the barrier there on the right side as our reference point. And we are braking just before we are like hitting the 50 meters, just before it disappears in our vision.
Okay.
There we hit the curb. You will see like here, 50 meters, full brake pressure. Then we will release the throttle, the brake, sorry, and the gear, which we are gear. See like, and you see like I'm releasing the throttle to get the car dived into the inch of the track on the exit possible. So another important point about this corner is to take a walk in the
Take a walk in the
woods.
woods.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the inside curve of Sky. We will go. Let me check. So basically, the curb consists of two parts, and then it goes up, and then here the white line is still of the power where the curb is rising, and then where the green part is starting.
Mhm.
So when you take, let's start with the right way. So what if you turn for the Lesmo, you try to put your right front tire into this slot here, where like the tarmac goes a little bit down and the curb starts to rise.
Mhm.
That's where you can put your front right here, where the blue lines are, okay?
Okay. Okay.
When you put your front right tires on the green area here, on the green area of the curb where I marked it with the pink color, the car will bottom out somehow or somewhat,
Hmm.
and what happens then is you lose rotation on the front and the rear starts to overtake the front and you get like into a spin, and by this behavior you're not able to put the power down, you just lose speed, the car gets completely out of balance almost, you can compensate it with the setup, but the correct way, like this, yeah, a part of the curb where it starts, like where the Italian flag is,
Yes.
or basically the Italian painted curb, and just let the front right be there in this position, and just follow the curb till the exit. Because, like as I said earlier, if you go in the pink area, the car just bounces off and you lose contact. The car's completely over the place, and you will be more like focused on catching the car and getting it into lose any time there.
Okay.
Okay, that's for the second part of the Lesmo. Do you have a question for this corner?
First Lesmo is where's the turn in? So is the first Lesmo like in an early apex?
The car, so
Oh, hold on. Let me refresh.
Yeah, the stream is again, I think, low resolution, so just rejoin.
Whoops. Hold on. Watching. Can you share your screen again?
It should be it should be still streaming. Let me check.
Let's see. Sorry about that, Bugs.
Yeah, no worries. It should be working now again.
Ah, there we go. All right, here we go. Back there. Okay, all set.
Do you see it again, or
Yep.
does it not work?
Yeah, we're all set and ready to go.
Let's go back. So here we are exiting the second chicane. Let's go really slow motion, flying, and then we're starting to turn already. Like you basically almost like just like a half of a tenth, or maybe like for you as a reference, just after you just like literally after a tenth or so after you started braking, you already turn in and carry the brakes till the apex. Basically, you see, like I'm still on the brakes, still on the brakes, still on the brakes, releasing the brakes, and then I have to go already here on the throttle. Like no, later. So you start braking, and then immediately after that you already start to turn. Not much. Be really careful with your input. If you go too fast, you will spin the car. Then for the second Lesmo, we are like approaching the second downshift into second gear. We're starting to turn the car, and I'm trying to see if I can give you a reference point for the. The problem is it's so fast. It's hard to give you a reference point because you like literally have no time to look to another place of the track because you already have to focus on the exit.
Got it.
Yeah, basically, as you shift down into second gear, you already should start turning in.
Okay.
Yeah, and then downshift into second, and then there is where one of our like biggest steering inputs starts. And you see, like we clip only the start of the curb there, not the green part. Then early on the throttle because the corner opens up, and then maximizing the track on the outside. Does this explain to you like where you approximately turn in, or?
Absolutely. Yeah, that really helped a lot. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, then quite straightforward, just stay on the throttle. And then it's actually funny, like you almost brake every time just before the orange marker here on the right side, So that's just before that you start braking. The right side, which is like a little bit later than the orange marker, but just like for reference, I would take the orange marker. Again, we are starting to brake in a straight line at the start to destroy the car as fast as possible. And the next, or the entire Ascari section is in third gear, so everything from the inside curb. Be careful, touch not the grass, just go with a straight line, like over with the left tires, like over, and this will, compromise your entire line and the exit of the last part of Ascari. So waiting a little bit till we apply the throttle, but when we have like the position where we want the car to be, we go full on the throttle, 100% as you see there. And then what we do here is we follow this white line here, which you see here. That's like our guideline through this corner,
Mhm.
which helps us. And we can also go on the curb here on the inside. Be careful with these little sausages. They, depending on the setup, they can you can take them a little bit, or you have to completely avoid them. But I think with the Coach Dave setup, we can take them a little bit, which is always good. Then we follow the curb, follow the curb, follow the curb, and then we're starting to position our car with the left front tire to even get more speed through the corner compared to if we would avoid the curb.
Okay.
So there we are, and here on the exit, like small tip from me is in a little bit. It's yeah, just like a little bit on the gravel there, but if you go too much, you get the cut and you can lose the car really easy. So that's something what I recommend for you if you want to try it out in quad.
Okay.
And then for the last part of the track, the last corner, Parabolic have a really famous corner. We are using the 100-meter board as a reference. It's this one here. Let me take a bigger cut here. That's this one. And we are braking just after in a straight line to fourth gear. Then we are trying to carry the brakes really long into the corner because you want to carry a lot of speed into it, but also decelerate the car at the same time to not overshoot the corner. And we achieved this by trail braking for a tiny bit, and then as the corner starts to open up, we go full on the throttle. And the way how you take this inside curb is the same way as with Lesmo 2. So you try to put the right front tire into this into this curb,
Mhm.
where it goes down and then up again, because this will help you or give you even slightly a turn and boost throttle. And now really crucial for quali is we're trying to take a really tight line. So we're going a little bit wide, or not wide, but we open up a little bit the steering there to carry a little bit speed through the corner, but then we're staying on the right side because you want to travel the shortest distance in the same time as possible, because with this line we will gain speed. In the race it's a little bit different. You can open up the steering earlier and go on the left curb there,
Hmm.
because this will allow you to actually maybe get a little bit more top speed because you open up the steering earlier, but you lose time because you travel a bigger distance.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's one lap around, uh, around Monza in
That's
detail, basically.
that's awesome. Thank you so much. So that's a lot of information and
Yeah, just like now, if you're on the more female races, training server, just do 3-4 laps, and maybe already, if you want, try to apply these tips. But the important part comes after this 4 laps, because then we will analyze. This should be it for today, I think.
sounds good.
So yeah, just
Okay.
go on the server and
Okay. So I'm in the solo lap. Temperature is 19 and 25. I'll share right here.
or just go also on the server to see then the replay.
Cool. All right, folks, thanks so much for hanging out, and I hope you learned a lot from that as well. Now, I am going to try to put everything he said, to the test. Thanks for following, Adriano, and thanks for subscribing, Samnesia and Josie. That's a big deal. I appreciate that. Okay, so I have 60 liters of fuel. That should be good for now.
Yep, exactly.
But when I get
Exactly.
practicing, I would really like to practice with the amount of fuel we'll actually be driving with.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think we will take the full tank for the race, actually.
Oh, okay. So the maximum?
Yeah, yeah, I think 100 or 100. A lot.
Okay. Okay, so this one is second. And
Fourth
then
gear, yeah.
okay, and then to second. Oops.
If you only get to third gear, this will be an indicator for you that you're taking.
Oops. Okay, let's see. So brake car should hug the right hand side if I'm doing quali, but if I'm in the race, then I could go.
You can, yeah, open
little-
up it a little bit earlier.
Okay.
It depends on your preference.
Okay. Like that, it feels like I'm almost supposed to feel as a driver.
Yeah, it's just one of the slowest part of the track, and overall, I think in ACC it's just one of the slowest corners. So, yeah, that's normal.
Okay.
But if you feel like you're taking too less speed, just try, increasing it by a little bit in the next lap, and then you will see.
Cool. Oh. Oops. To be smoother all around.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh, that's exactly
was-
what you said.
Yeah, there was too much curb there.
Too much curve, that's right. When it sends you into a spin.
Yeah, it's a really.
Sounds good. Let's see what we can do. Whoa. Actually, Gregor, you should put your YouTube channel in the chat so people can follow you as well on your own channel. Oh, there we go. Oh, see, I think I put the gas on a little too early. I just don't know the timing of it, I guess.
Struggle with the timing when you want to apply the throttle, I would say. Try to remember where you did it like before, when you started playing the throttle. And next time in the lap, just try to apply it a little bit earlier.
Okay.
And then if it's working, you take this one, and in the next lap you go even earlier, until you like find the point where you just start to understeer on the exit and
Oh.
need to lift. That's before basically. Oh, there
Got
we
it.
are.
There we are in the wall.
So yeah, just go back to the setup,
All right.
and that you can get like.
That is Bathurst. Where? I got it. Okay. Gonna focus.
Yeah, exactly. Focus.
Okay. So I want to be practicing this a lot before the race on January. Okay, there we go. That was a third gear corner, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay, good.
Second.
Oh, second and second. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I think I tapped the brakes just a little on that one.
Yeah. Maybe try to take like a little bit a slower entry next time.
Okay.
I'll also check in game. Maybe you steer too much. We will see.
Okay. Uh-oh. Here we go. So I think with this coat, I think it's just a little adjustment for me.
Hmm.
Okay. So braking at the 150. Have to learn to avoid that green curbing on the second Lesmo.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that felt better. Go.
Haha, the real Ellen, yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm really happy to help Verena because yeah, she really enjoys driving it, and yeah, it's really cool to see her progress. I mean, where she started and where she's now. I really enjoy that.
I think there's more pressure now. Because
Next race is a win, no pressure.
that's right. Well, I want to see us, further up the leaderboard.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like last
I
season,
mean,
I was just
mhm,
learning and everything, and now I'm like, okay, let's go. Yeah.
yeah. I know, I know. Okay. That was better. See,
Yeah.
like, just try to, get this corner like without touching the gravel, like you stayed now on the tarmac. It's a little bit slower, but this
Okay.
gives you confidence because you are not on the gravel. Now
That's right.
next lap you can try to take a little bit more speed into the corner
Okay.
and just increase it lap by lap, and this way you will be not frustrated because you will just get faster and faster and faster overall.
Awesome. Okay, let's see what happens here. That's very conservative.
Hmm. Okay.
I was very
Yeah.
conservative through Ascari.
Yeah, but you now it was not a mistake. You just took a little bit of pace out, but it was like you don't spun, so you can just build up now on that. And I think we will use this lap,
Okay.
as a as a lap which I will analyze because it was like clean without a spin, and we can see like where you can improve.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so
All right.
session skip. Let me check if I have the replay
Yeah.
in the gallery. Send the server because I need to tell you if the replay is saved or not. Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Need to pick your car there. And okay, yep, it's there. Okay, so I will
Yay.
start sharing my screen again.
Okay.
Then you should be able to also show it to your viewer.
All right. What's up, everybody? Thanks for just hanging out with me today and us. Let's see. Um,
So, does it work?
yeah, 1 second. I have to just
Yeah, no
put it
worries.
on my other following and watching. Here we're going to get into my one lap of Monza, and Gregor's gonna break it down. There we go. Your
Yes, so
screen is live.
yeah, perfect. You're staying on the left side, which is really good. You're braking at 150 meters, going really fast on the brakes, which is almost the same. You're turning a little bit later, but that's not a big problem. You could clip the inside curb there a little bit more.
Oh.
Like
Oh
it's just
yeah.
a tiny bit. Like if you start turning just like a tiny bit earlier, this will help you also with the second part of the chicane. At this point you should be already on 100% throttle. So
Okay.
what we are trying to or my suggestion would be like, like from this part, the only thing which you can do improve is like just to turn a little bit earlier to hit the curb on the inside. So as
Okay.
you go now on the right side,
Okay.
here, just don't you already, by applying the throttle already here, you force the car starts to understeer. You see, it's not turning left; it just goes straight. So what your mind is telling you then, or your brain, is turn more, because the car is not turning. Turn more. So you try to compensate the understeer basically by turning, and this gives you even more understeer. You see,
That's
like
right.
you already here are normally opening up the steering, whereas like you're still turning and still not on full throttle. So just try to be more patient on the throttle there. Just wait a little bit longer, half a second. Start with half a second,
Okay.
and then apply the throttle. Thanks for the follow, by the way. And you will see you will gain so much time, because you don't have to hesitate so long to be on the throttle. Just wait a little bit longer, and then when the time comes, go full on the throttle, and not like half and wait and then correct and do fine. I tell you, you will gain a lot of time there.
That makes sense. Just more
That
patience.
was,
Even
yeah,
if it feels
exactly.
so slow, I'm like, okay, just wait. Just
Yeah,
get around that corner.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the right approach. You got it. That's good. So here you're braking at one. You could try to be even faster on 100% brake pressure. You were a little bit faster in turn one,
Okay.
but that's like only minor issues. You stay in the straight line while braking, which is really good. I like to see that. Then you're turning in. First gear. Okay. Same story as in the first chicane. Try to turn a little bit earlier in.
Okay.
And let me check with your steering input if you're what I really like to see is if drivers like you have to basically think of grip. Like it's a easy way of thinking like of grip. If you think like when you're in a straight line,
Hmm.
you have grip for only longitudinal movement, so only like in a straight way. And if you brake in a straight way, you also have like 100% grip for braking in a straight line.
Hmm.
If you start to turn, you need lateral grip, otherwise you can't turn.
Got
So
it.
as you start turning, you need lateral grip, so you take away. You also have to take off the brake pressure, because you don't have the same grip as you have when you brake in a straight line. So what does that mean? That means when we start turning, we also need to release the brakes. So what you can try here, for example, and in the less modes, I can tell you, you will, when you start turning and you need to decelerate, you will also start to release the brakes. So if you, every time you approach a corner, you brake 100%, and then
Hmm.
you start to turn, you need to also release the brakes in the same way as you turn. So like if you release them, if you have like a really long corner and you need to carry the car into it, and you have like a slow steering lock application, you also have to have a slow brake release to give the car their grip which it needs, you know.
Okay.
So as we see here, like you I think you actually did really well here. You're on a straight line, so you can go 100% brake pressure, and then you release it, and then already here, as you're releasing, you could start to take a really good position for the right hander here. And on the throttle there, could be maybe a little there. You could be a little bit more aggressive there, but that's all about confidence. So this will come with time for sure. And then another good. Thanks for the follow. And another good example, like where this, you know, trail braking comes into play, is this corner, because it's a rather long one, and you need to carry the brake. So you will see like you brake here in a straight line. That's good. And
Hmm.
then as you start releasing the brakes, you should also release the brakes, which you do there. Really like release the brakes slowly in this corner. This will help you, because what I think you will do is you release the brake from 70 to 50% here, and you
Hmm.
keep it now, and then you will drop it. Yeah, yeah. looks fine, looks fine, looks fine, looks fine. And what I also see here is you're too early on the exit is okay. Then fourth gear, you're braking into second. Then releasing the brake. And then you can go on the throttle already here.
Okay.
Because the corner opens up.
Got it.
Really try to go early on the throttle here. You will be surprised how early you can go there.
Okay. Oh, because all the downforce.
Because you wait too long to go on throttle there. And then arriving at the Scari. 6th gear. You're braking at the moved a little bit to the inside, which will compromise a little bit the entry. Let's see. Yeah, I start turning in and releasing the brakes. You will release the brakes there. Yeah, you in this corner you're a little bit too early turning in. Just wait a little bit longer and this corner will be much easier for you.
Okay.
Because you take like the curbs in such a straight way and then later apex or just try to turn in later. I'm not talking about like 1 second or so, just like really minor tweaks, like some 1 or 2 attempts later, trying to turn into the corner, and this will really benefit you. It's like really tiny areas where you can improve or what you have to change. It's not like some severe mistakes.
Okay.
Okay, and then let's. Okay. What you can try here too is even be more aggressive with the throttle. I mean, I think it's also like as you get more confident with the car, you will see like the limit of the cars. You can be almost driving this corner. You got grip. Just be careful like with the sausages on the inside, but overall, you could be. What I see here is because you're like a little bit cautious on the throttle, the car still turns too much to the inside. Just try to be a little bit more on the power earlier and not slow down so much. You can lift a little bit, but not too much, because then you will go again too much to the right side. So just like apply so much throttle that the car still stays on the right side, but doesn't go on the sausages.
Okay.
And then you can basically also drive the left side here flat, because you see, you stay too much on the right side.
Okay. Let's see. 1 second.
Let me check your exit speed.
Hold on there.
Yeah. It's not. It's 10 kph down on mine. So if you just get more familiar with like the limit of the car there and get a feeling for it, you will definitely see a massive improvement in terms of lap time, which is perfect. Staying straight, then you start to turn. Fourth, third. Okay. What I see here is you overslowed the car a lot on the entry, and that's because you will see right here.
Okay.
Keep an eye on the braking pressure. I mean, the hot on your brake pressure here on the right side, and you will see that as you turn in, you still are on 100% brake. As you go down into third gear or arrive in fourth gear, you start turning and then also releasing the brakes, because you see you're still on 100%, still 100%, still 100%. Although you're turning, you should like starting release the throttle gradually there already. And because you just stay on 1% lock brake pressure, you just have a too low minimal corner speed, so you go even on the grass or on the entry and need to go a little bit early on the throttle to compensate the slow entry. And this is also like a massive point where or area where you lose time compared to me, for example.
Okay.
And that's basically then the lap. So I think what would be good for you to focus on to see an improvement is, on the one hand, like try to turn in earlier in the first and second chicane. This should help you a lot, I think, because you will be able to carry a little bit more speed in, and also to be a little bit more key points where you have to focus on. And after getting a feeling for that, I would recommend you to practice like trail braking in terms of like, for example, first Lesmo, second Lesmo, Scari, Parabolica, that as soon as not like drop it, but really like be in sync with your steering, if it makes sense, you know?
Yeah, I think it's if I'm thinking what you mean is kind of like at Zandvoort, um,
Mm-hmm.
when I started having to just gradually release the brakes from that fifth
Mm-hmm.
corner to the right one. I don't even know which corner it
Yeah,
was,
yeah, I know this.
but because I got pretty good at that one, so
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I saw your improvement. Yeah, I was really proud of you there. Yeah.
awesome. Cool. And one of the things that I know that I struggle with, and just race after race, is
Mm-hmm.
the start, especially the far, but um, even my GT World Challenge, a lot of people right at the start, they just like pulled away from me immediately. Start. So it's kind of managing that, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, I hope it helps you, you know?
Yeah. And I guess it just comes with experience, doing race after race, I guess, and then just learning
Yeah,
that.
exactly. I mean, every time you go into the sim and you drive, you will learn something and improve yourself. You just need to
Mhm.
focus on the right things. Like, for
Mhm.
example, here, you can take from the session, you have to improve like your braking technique a little bit, like that it's more in sync with your steering,
Mhm.
and to be a little bit more patient on the exit if you go on the throttle.
Okay.
Like, don't think I need to go as fast on the throttle and touch it as fast or as early as possible.
Okay.
Try to think in a way, how can I be as fast on full throttle?
Mm.
Because being on full throttle as fast doesn't equal being as fast as on touching the throttle. Because if you want to be on full throttle, you need to have like the space on the exit to not understeer, you know,
Oh,
and
got it.
even like the confidence to not have too much steering lock. Because if you go on full throttle and you have too much steering lock, you are likely to spin.
That's right.
So to find the balance with like how much steering lock you or find the limit like of the car, like with your own capabilities where you can go on 100% throttle. That's why you need to focus on like. And
Yeah.
if you master this, I will tell you, you will improve a lot.
Sounds
I
good.
can tell you that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I think like, and what you're saying, I kind of relate it to um what we teach people in real life when we're coaching. You kind of like, okay, you're throttle, then you don't have any room to turn the wheel because you're already at
yep,
100%, right? So
yeah,
if you're that's when you start
yes,
losing time, right?
exactly. And the
Mhm.
same applies for braking. You can brake 100%, but then you also have to have a straight steering wheel. If you
Exactly.
release the brake maybe 95%, you have 5% room for turning.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's like a really good like illustration of like how you can understand or have a sense of grip, you know, in terms of uh, a valve for braking and then for turning. It's like really good. It's like a circle basically.
Yeah,
If this
exactly.
goes to that, yeah,
We actually call that the
yeah,
string theory of a string just tied to the top of your steering wheel and it's connected to your foot that goes on the
hmm,
pedals. Throttle or full braking, you have to give it slack by lifting off either of your pedals in order for
yeah,
you to steer. So yeah.
to lose the tension. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
actually a really good
There you
analogy. Yeah,
go.
I liked it.
Yep.
I really liked it. Oh, see, Verena, I also learned something from you.
There
See.
you go. See? That's what we teach in like at the M school for BMW M school and stuff like that, and it applies to
Yeah,
any manufacturers I teach from or teach with. Because you're in the moment and you want to go fast, it's just kind of feeling what the car is doing and feeling the amount of traction you have and feeling.
true. That's true.
Cool. Well, Gregor, thank you so much for this impromptu coaching session. Folks, thank you for hanging out. And make sure to go ahead and check out Gregor's YouTube channel. And he put it in the chat right there.
Yeah,
Twitch.
I just put it again. Then.
There you go. And yeah, he has a lot of good stuff there. And I'm assuming that you're going to be doing a lot more on your channel.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I want to be a little bit more active next year. If I have like
right.
if I can get into the time, if I have enough time. But yeah, I'm also streaming like a little bit of daily races in the yesterday, for example, or the day before.
Awesome.
And yeah, yeah. I think if you just follow me there, you can also like learn a lot from there, because it's always good to see like a fast driver and to put, or you actually just have to focus on the inputs, because you can take so much from that. I mean, how I'm approaching a corner, for example, or just like basically also the mentality, how you approach a race, an important one also. There's so much to take from that. So yeah, I would really appreciate everybody who would follow me there.
Yes, go there and follow right now. Gregor, I think one thing we've talked about, what would be great is if you had the reaction video, or when I'm driving during MFR and you're waiting to drive to get your reaction.
For the first one, but I will try my best to get a face cam and stuff like that
Yes.
to sort everything out. And I think it will be really fun to see
Yeah.
my reaction also for the viewers. So yeah, really
That
looking forward to it.
that would be awesome. And if you do that, then I'd like to put your cam on my stream as well, if I can figure out how to do that. So that would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Folks, thank you so much, Gregor. I'm going to end the stream here. I appreciate all of you hanging out, and I hope you learned as well, everybody who's watching. So, tomorrow I'm going to take the day off from streaming because it is the holidays, and it's nice to spend some time with family and everything. And then I will be streaming my Forza Horizon 4 official Forza stream, Hey Watch This, on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific. So I'll host it right here on Twitch. I will see you then, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Bye. Have a
Yeah.
wonderful day.
Yeah. Also on my side, yeah, thank you for watching the stream, and yeah, I hope you see you in the next streams also. So yeah, have a good day. Bye bye.